the release of our video, what happened carrying her child being rescued out of the waters
on Friday. I just would love to hear just a little bit of like your account.
Yeah, that's my cat Karen. She's my best friend. It's a gas station, which has not even been open. Store across the road, and like all the tires were floating on this like river of the intersection, and the water was.
And so when you guys went back into the house, was anyone there other than you and your husband helping, or was it just you two just like getting in and taking the floor out and figuring out how to move forward?
Yeah, so the first day, Saturday, it was just my husband and I. We both went in there. We took the baby shepherd, he's 8 months, and we took Noah with us and left Emmett with our friends because we knew it would be harder for him to deal with the situation. And we just started ripping up the floors as fast as we could. So I was ripping them up and piling them, and then the boy Noah was helping his dad carry the pile of flooring out to the front yard. And we knew that several of the houses around us had been severely impacted, but those people had already evacuated. We were the only people who were back. Like we didn't know where anybody was or if they were coming back, when they were coming back. And like our neighbors to the left of us, for example, they got it so much worse. Like I think they were saying that the water was like 4 or 5 feet high in certain places of their house. And we were trying to figure out, like, could we get into their house and open the windows somehow or open the doors or something to let some of this water out and to start drying. But yeah, the first day it was just us. And then the second day I think it was just us. And then our friend's son came and helped for a little bit, rip up the rest of the floors. And then the following day is when I feel like the dust started to sort of settle and we started to see people returning to their homes. And that's when we started to really see our community rally around us, and these people that we don't really know well, like some people, that we'd wave at and say, hey, when we're going to do drop off or see people walking their dogs, like these people just showed up and were like, what can I do? What do you need from us? Like, I have these tools, I have this tool. We have people from our church group that were just showing up at our house because they knew that our neighborhood had been severely impacted. And that's when just all the hands started doing the work, and they started cutting all the drywall out and ripping cabinets out and trim and doors. I mean, I feel like my brain hasn't fully processed all of it yet because it's just so much, but there were just so many people playing such an important part. And I wish I could remember all their names and all their faces. And I wish I could thank every single one of them, because I know I didn't say thank you enough at the time, but like even like a neighbor stopped by and like dropped off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, like stuff like that really obviously hit me so hard, because like just because you can't do a huge thing doesn't mean you can't do a small thing, and small things matter so much at a time like this.
So beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and one of the things I also wanted to say too and ask is that we wanted to talk to you today to help you in any way that we can. Obviously, we're not in the same town, and we were just passing through Asheville, and I think a lot of people who've seen the film are also thinking, what are ways that we can help? How can we help? And I wanted to ask you specifically, how can we help you through this time?
Well, first and foremost, prayers, all the prayers. That's like the first thing I'm asking anybody for, is just to pray for our family and our community and those who have not gotten help yet and those who can't get help. And there's so much destruction here, and we didn't even see half of what some people saw. I mean, we're still hearing these stories of just heartbreaking stories of people that don't have any food and water still. People who are there's a place down the road from us that they had their entire bridge wiped out where they couldn't get across to get to like the main area to get food. Like their whole side of the mountain they live on, they were cut off. I've heard stories in law enforcement recently about people's bodies floating down the river, and they're trying to rescue people and they couldn't even get to them. Like, there's just so much heartache. But yeah, pray. That's definitely the biggest thing. And outside of that, I mean, we have had so much help destructing our house. I hate to even use like such a negative word, but getting all of the sickness out of it. I mean, our sewer system completely overflowed on top of the flood. So anything that was in the water was contaminated and had to be thrown out. So all of our furniture, all of our clothes, most of our kids' toys, like most of our clothes and shoes and bedding, all that stuff is gone. But we've been so blessed. We've had so many people reach out and donate kids' clothes to us. We've had, like, I had a friend that showed up and gave us like her collector's Barbie, like Disney Barbies for my daughter. That she still I haven't given her to her yet because she's gonna freak out, and I want to video her reaction. But we've been so blessed with stuff like that. So right now we're at the point of where we've got to rebuild. We are very fortunate that we have somewhere to live. A lot of people don't have that. We're able to stay with my in-laws. They have room for us and power and water. So we're here for the foreseeable future. It's a little cramped, but we're making it work. But outside of that, we've got to start rebuilding. And, we have reached out to FEMA for assistance, and we've gotten a little bit of support from them. But unfortunately, what it's going to take to fix our home is a lot more than that. And so a good friend of ours from my church actually set up a GoFundMe. And it's been so incredible, especially today, to see like all these donations from people. I have no idea who they are. And it's just, it really touches my heart that people care and that people want to hear this kind of stuff and they want to know like the truth, because I don't feel like the truth is really being told super well out there about all of what's happening here. But yeah, that, I would be blessed if people would, if you can't give, pray over it, share our GoFundMe, share others' GoFundMe. It's like, we don't have a lot to give, but we're trying to give to others around us as well that were impacted, because every little bit counts. And again, just because you can't do a big thing doesn't mean you don't do a little thing.
Yeah.
Laura,
Absolutely.
It's like, oh man, I have full body chills. We are praying for you and your family, and we will encourage every single person from all corners of the world to pray for your family, to pray for the community there and beyond. The people who are left in the wake of Hurricane Helene, it's catastrophic. So we'll also be putting your GoFundMe link up so people can see it and they can donate. And I cannot wait for the day where I can see you in person and give you and your family a real life hug. But for now, both of us, we're giving you and your family a massive embrace, a soul hug, and we're advocating for you and your family and for all the families left in this horrific wake.
And the last thing I want, we'll let you close it out. The thing that is obviously we're looking at now is things still happening. We're entering into a really dangerous hurricane season, and you've experienced something that, we're praying for you. And it's just it's so hard to hear the story, to hear what you've gone through. What would you tell other people from this experience? What would be the one thing you'd want to leave them with? And we'll let you close it.
I just think it's so important for people to think about what really matters and to truly hold tight to that, because stuff is stuff. I mean, we can get new clothes, we can get new bedding, we can get new grass, we can get a new car, but we're all together. And in the 2 days that I went without knowing if my daughter was okay, which I share with Jillian, like, my daughter has had her own story and has some extra special needs and medical needs. Going 2 days and not knowing if she was okay, if she had her medication, if they were safe, was 2 of the worst days of my life. And the way I felt when I hugged her, I mean, was just completely the best feeling ever, to know that she was safe. And I just encourage people to be grateful for what they have and just because you don't have all the things you want doesn't mean you can't feel complete. God is what completes us, and he gives us his love. And I just think it's so important for us to treasure every moment we can with each other, even when they're hard moments.
Thank you so much. I just love you all already so much. And I'm really grateful to God that your cousin watched our short film on YouTube and sent it to you, and that you listened to your intuition or your guardian angel or whatever led you to DM us on Instagram, and so that we could connect. And we will look forward to this relationship for a long, long time. I can't wait till the day that we actually get to, like I said, give you all big hugs in person. And until then, we'll be praying for you. Please stay safe. And we're sending all of our love and light your way. And we'll continue sharing your GoFundMe with everybody on our channel and just telling everybody about your incredible family. And we'll be just holding you so dear to our hearts.
Thank you guys so much. You should be honored, though. You were my first DM. I've never DM'd anybody. I didn't even know how, so I was pretty proud of myself.
I'm proud of you, and we are so honored.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful.
Thank you guys so much. I feel so blessed and so lucky that you guys read my message and responded, and that we're talking, and I'm just so thankful. So thank you.
Of course, it's our joy and an honor. So sending so much love, and we will be in touch.
Blessings and
Thank you.